In this video, I'm going to answer the question, what is situational leadership? Leadership is vitally important for project managers. So the question is, what's the right form of leadership? Well, actually, that's the wrong question. Well, it's not the wrong question, it's only part of the right question. The right question is, what's the right form of leadership for this person in this context? And that's the principle behind situational leadership. The principle is that we choose a style of leadership which matches the situation. And the situation, of course, is defined by the person and the context. And the context is the task itself, the nature of the task, its complexity, its urgency, its priority, the level of risk attached to it, the value of the activity, and the scale of that activity. But the context is also defined by the organisation, its culture, its values, its policies, its procedures, its expectations and norms of behaviour. And the context is also about you and your approach to leadership, your personality, your character, your own values and style. And of course the person, that's about the skills, the experience, the motivation, the enthusiasm, the confidence of the person you're tasking. If you can understand the context and the person, the whole situation, then the idea of situational leadership is that you can choose a style of leadership that matches that situation. And of all the components that we take into account, most simple models of situational leadership focus on two things. They focus on the person's ability with respect to the task. So, at its simplest, they're either highly able and highly skilled, lots of experience, and you therefore have a lot of trust in their ability to deliver the task, or they have low levels of experience, low capability, and therefore you need to be a bit more circumspect in the way that you manage them. And the second thing that we take into account is the way the person feels about the task. How confident are they? How enthusiastic and motivated are they? How positive are they about taking on the task? And again, at its simplest, they could either be highly enthusiastic and motivated, totally confident to take it on, or somewhat reticent and reserved about the task, not really wanting to take it on. So the idea of situational leadership is to choose a balance of supportive and guiding behaviours that match the situation. For someone who is highly enthusiastic, highly capable, very confident in what they're doing with lots of experience, then you choose a fairly hands-off style of leadership, delegating tasks to them and leaving them to it. At the other end of the spectrum, for someone who is perhaps reticent to take on the task, they have very little confidence that they can deliver it well, it may not be something they want to do, they may have low levels of enthusiasm and morale in general, and it might be a task for which they have very little experience. They don't have the right capabilities, and so you're not going to leave them with the task. You're going to give them very clear briefing, very clear guidance, and possibly even directions. And because of their low levels of motivation and enthusiasm, you're going to be as supportive as you can. So there's a range of different styles of leadership that you can apply. And if you get the style of leadership right and attune it to the situation, then you're most likely to get good results from your leadership behaviours. And that's the principle of situational leadership.